and then the day of I'll nap, make sure I get a couple free throws in, and then just kind of chill until the game starts.
For you individually, just what has clicked? Like, has it just been the role, like knowing, like, hey, I'm not going to look over my shoulder. I know that I'm the starter. I've solidified my role.
Nah, it's more so just finding my fit. I think just being able to make plays for my teammates has really just been the biggest impact for me. And I think once I've seen that I can do that, it kind of just made the game a lot easier for me. Uh, I'm always connecting passes with my teammates, making sure they're getting open buckets. And I think me being 7 foot, a lot of people don't expect that of my game. And I think that kind of just, I almost took that as disrespect because I can pass. And I just, I like seeing my teammates eat. So the more they eat, the more assists I get. Yeah.
With that specifically, like it does feel like you're just kind of embracing the Amari Williams role from
Yeah,
last year.
100%.
What has that transition been like for you?
It's been great. Amari's been a big help. He's reached out a couple of times, just talking me through things, just asking me how I'm enjoying it, things like that. And I mean, he was one of the best passing big men in the draft, one of the best passing big men in college last year, if not the best passer. So I kind of just tried to take that from his game and add it to my own because if you look in the NBA now, a lot of centers are big-time passers. So if I can kind of get that down, I can kind of take my game to a new level.
You spoke a bit earlier about kind of maybe the mentality shift that you guys have had a little bit, in part because of the comebacks, but also because of the confidence that's given you guys. How big a part has Ortega played in that as a senior leader and a guy who, even on his best night, not on his best night, seems to show up like he did at Tennessee?
Big time. His energy is unmatched, and I think his energy kind of leads everybody else. He kind of just gives us that extra boost that we need, and like I really think what really shifted us was how he was able to play 38 minutes while being sick at LSU. I think that really set a standard of like, even though he wasn't feeling 100%, he was going to come give 100%. So I think that kind of gave us a mentality shift of like, if he's willing to do that, then we need to be willing to give more, and we need to be willing to give 100% as well because he's not feeling well and he's still giving it his all. So.
I guess when you see a teammate do something like that, like gut out, 38 minutes while playing sick, having the second half they did have against LSU, what does that communicate to you, and how much does that make you kind of want to follow his lead and not let the team down for his sake as well?
Just that we're not going away without a fight, and just that we all saw it. We play together, and the more we play together, the better we play. So I think that's just kind of been the big mentality shift over the last couple of weeks.
Is there just something to be said about the people that are getting sick or playing better? Because Colin had his
Yeah, I know.
too.
I don't know. I mean, I hate seeing people sick just because they're not feeling 100%, but maybe that's just our thing right now. You get sick and you just have a game of your life. So, I don't know. Maybe Denzel needs to get sick next, you know?
Did it shock you at all how well Colin did play, knowing like he didn't participate in the shoot-around and then comes out and plays the way he did?
Not at all. We see it every day in practice. Colin's an unbelievable shooter, and he's an unbelievable player, and he knows how to play the right way. So I think that's something that we see every day, so I'm not surprised by it at all.
Yeah, with Denzel sliding over and kind of establishing his new role with Jalen out, has any of what he's done shocked you? And what is it about the end of games especially where it just feels like he goes with the takeover?
Not at all. Denzel's a national champion. He knows what it takes, and I think he's kind of he's embraced the role of like he's the best guard in the SEC. So I think he's kind of he's become a dog at this point. And seeing that as your point guard, as your leader, it only makes everybody else around him so much better. And I think that's kind of been real helpful for everybody in a way. Just seeing him go to work, and then Ortega, Colin, guys like Mo, like everybody's contributing. I think it's a key recipe for success.
What's your message to Trent right now, knowing Cam's out and it's like, hey, you're the guy, you have to step up?
Time for Mountain Mamba to come to work.
What have you seen from him to suggest that he's ready to kind of be the guy he is in practice?
We saw it all year last year. He comes in, he makes big shots. So that's Trent Noah, and that's what he does.
Did you go to the coaching staff at some point recently and basically say, like, would like you to play through me as far as being a facilitator, or is that just something that happened naturally?
I think it's just something that happened naturally. I think the game just allowed me to become a facilitator, and I mean I'm grateful that I'm able to make these kind of passes to my teammates, and I'm just grateful that the coaches trust me enough to be able to run the offense through me.
At what point in your, I guess, basketball life did that kind of become a strength of your game, passing vision?
I'd probably say sometime during high school. Being 7 foot, especially in Kentucky, there's not a lot of people like me, so expected a lot of double teams, and I think that just forced me to pass the ball a lot more. And I think that kind of just, I guess I could say, prepared me for this, but also didn't prepare me because it's completely different styles of play. So I'll give a credit to my high school years because all those years I spent passing the ball, I think it's kind of just made me comfortable with throwing passes.
Did you guys, Nate Oates after the Alabama game said something about basically like when the ball goes to their bigs, it doesn't come back out. Did you guys hear that? And was there any kind of chip on your shoulder when you did?
No, yeah, we definitely heard that. I mean, we pass, but it's kind of like if you're 2 feet in the paint, you can't not score it. But I think we just came to the sense of we're big guys. Like if we get in the paint, there's going to be a lot of crowd around us, so it'd probably just be best to kick it out and make a play for a teammate. So I think that's kind of just been like a new flip we've had.
How much did you really just kind of like lock in on Amari I know you were around the team a lot last season. Just what did you take from his game and kind of his style?
Just allowing the game to come to him. He wasn't really trying to force his way. He wasn't really trying to be greedy to get a bucket. He would kind of just he'd get his teammates going. He'd make amazing passes, amazing plays, and then he'd allow the game to come to him. So I think kind of just seeing that, it kind of just gave me maybe I should come in with that same mentality too, and then that's kind of how I make an impact on this team.
How obviously you guys, even Colin had the pass, catch, shoot, shot at LSU, but the one last game against Texas, he makes kind of the two-handed flip pass. How difficult is it to catch that in stride, that close to the basket and kind of finish off?
Not too bad. We work on those every day. We call it a point to post. So I think it's just practice coming to a game. You play how you practice. So the more we work on it, the better we get at it.
With this team, do you just kind of know, like as soon as gain possession, you got to run down and be ready for something like that?
Yeah, if I'm open, I'm always looking for the ball. And then if not, then I'm just coming back. I'm being a trail guy, and then we start the offense. So that's kind of just where I'm at.
What is the next stage of your development? I know you probably wanted that three to fall for you.
No, I definitely did because my brother, great three-point shooter. If I would have made one, I probably would have talked some smack. So I think that's probably just the next step in my game, just being able to step out on the floor and make a couple of threes and just really stretch out everybody's defense because then it makes it so much easier to find gaps and make those kinds of passes. So,
how close do you feel you are to doing that consistently?
I think I'm pretty close. I mean, I can do it in practice and everything. I mean, practices are different from games, but I mean, I kind of just let it come naturally. If there would be games where I don't shoot any, and maybe there would be games where I shoot 3. So I kind of just let that flow to me, and then if it's there, it's there. If it's not, I'm not worried about it.
What have you guys seen from Braden behind the scenes this season, just from a practice player perspective?
He's always coming to work. Anything the coaches ask him to do, he's willing to do it, and he's willing to make everybody around him better. And I think that's something that we've really needed over the last couple of weeks as we've kind of came into the conference play with the new team and just finding where everybody fits. He's kind of taken on that role of just making sure everybody's ready to go and making sure that everybody's prepared for what's to come.
What do you see from him, ceiling-wise, future-wise, as a Kentucky player, become players in the NBA?
He's going to be a star. We all saw it in high school, and, I mean, that's Braden Hawthorne, and I think he's an NBA guy, so I think that's as high as he can go.
Has there ever been a player push internally to be like burn that red shirt, like you're ready, let's see you out there with us?
I think some people have definitely said it to him once or twice, but I mean at the end of the day, that's his decision, and he talks with the coaches about it every day. So I think it all just comes down to if he wants to do it or not.
Thanks, everybody.
Just kind of the general mood around the team right now with 4 straight.
It's going. Everybody's good right now. Everybody's just playing together and stuff like that in games. Everybody's happy. We just got to keep it rolling from here.
What about, I mean, obviously I know it was really fresh after the game, the guys who spoke Wednesday night, but with Cam, just what are kind of the emotions around the team? What was that kind of scene in the locker room like after the game?
Yeah, we was all feeling bad for Cam, but we're all praying for him, hoping for a speedy recovery. I didn't really see what happened, but I know it's something with his foot. But we're all just praying for him, hoping he gets better, and hopefully he comes back as soon as possible.
What was his mood like?
He was feeling down, but he's good now. He's in good spirits. We all reached out to him. He's very happy right now, and he'll be back soon for sure, hopefully.
How big of a loss is that? And either while he's out or if he can't come out, how big of a loss is that for this team? Obviously, he kind of elevated in the starting lineup and was kind of a glue guy defensively, really on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he was doing very good for us. It's tough loss for our team, but it's always next man up mentality. It just speaks on our depth in our team. Whoever comes in is going to be ready and do their job. So I think we should be good, but it's deeply sad for our team for sure.
What about Trent, obviously, as a guy who might get a little more PT as a result? Just we haven't seen much of him in the last few games. What have you guys seen from him behind the scenes?
Trent's the same guy he always been, a knockdown shooter, especially in practice, stuff like that. No matter what situation he's in, he's always going to come in and be ready, give him 110%. And so we're just going to see a lot more of him, and he's going to be ready for sure.
Has Coach talked in practice since Wednesday of, like, you know, maybe a couple of guys, like these guys are going to have to step up a little bit more, get more playing time? Trent, as well as, like, has he talked or mentioned any of those guys in particular, or talked about you all?
Not really, he hasn't mentioned it, but he just always mentions next man up and always be ready when your name is called. So I think everybody on the team knows kind of when to be ready and stuff like that in their role. So whenever he calls out a name, everybody's ready.
What's it like from a practice perspective? I mean, obviously you guys had a whole lot of players on the roster to begin the season with so many injuries now. I think 9 available scholarship players. Is that changing anything as far as 5-on-5s or anything like that?
No, I mean, we kind of go against our scout team mostly, not really against each other, especially now in SEC play. But everybody's still playing against each other and stuff like that, going hard each and every day in practice. We just got to I know it's a lot of injuries going on right now, but I feel like we're still good.
How beneficial has that scout team been? Because, I mean, you guys got there's quickness, there's height, there's some physicality. I mean, I feel like just kind of knowing about some other scout teams around the country, this one, there's a lot to it, it seems like.
Yeah, we got an amazing scout team. Sometimes they be kicking our tail in practice, but we got a great scout team. Shout out to them guys. They always pushing us each and every day, getting us prepared for every game that we got, and so they're amazing.
How helpful is that to, I mean, I have some veterans, some guys who have played college basketball, international basketball even, and maybe know a few tricks, maybe how to use their body, how to use some physicality there?
It's very, very needing as of right now, especially in the SEC. You're going to see a lot of different type of play styles like that, and they just bring a lot of different things to the table, and they just be battling with us all the time in practice, and it's very fun, very competitive, and it's just been fun so far.
Watch the film back from the Texas game. Was there anything in particular you saw in the first half that allowed you all to not fall into a 5-10 point hole early on, like the last few games?
I think we just played a little bit more better defense, and I think we just played together on the offensive side. I think that's what it just leads down to, especially defensively. It just comes down to getting stops and getting out in transition and stuff like that, which leads to easy offense. And then offensively, if we are running sets, we're just playing together, I feel like it is. And then we're improving on that each and every game. As you've seen, we're not down as much at half, but, I mean, it's going to get better from now on.
You in particular have been playing really well the last 4 games. Do you feel like you're playing the best basketball of your career probably to this point?
Probably, most definitely. I feel like just working on my craft and stuff each and every day, getting in with the guys, especially Coach Jay Hart and my GAs and stuff like that, just getting in the gym, being confident in myself, and my teammates finding me in the right spot, and the coach is putting me in a good position right now. So I feel like I'm just going out there and trying to do the best I can to do whatever I can to win.
I noticed, especially when you're in the pick and roll, you like to really try and get the defender on your hip, use that kind of like just an easy way to shield him off. Is that something you've always had, or is that something you're trying to learn more as you're trying to be more of a point guard at Kentucky? Or
yes, sir. I think both. I always worked on it since high school, just trying to keep my man behind and either read the person in front of me. So it's either going to be a shot for me, a kick out, or an easy pass to the big. So just really working on my reads each and every time I'm here, each and every day, especially in practice and stuff like that. So just trying to get better at that.
Is that like a game slowing down type thing as well, like where it just feels like you're able to make those reads a little bit
Most definitely. Just like I said, each and every day in practice, we're working on it. And so it's just helping me get better each and every game. And each game, I feel like I'm improving and seeing different things. And I'm just trying to really play off 2 feet for real. That's what Coach stresses a lot. So it's been helping me.
How much was 2 feet a thing before you got here? Because obviously that's a big thing with Coach Pope, especially for his guards. And that's something that's been really noticeable with you the last few games.
He's been preaching it since I first got here on campus. That's all he talks about. So, I mean, it works. It's very effective. And as far as everybody, it works in games and stuff like that. So, just you can draw fouls, you can pass out of it, you can score out of it. So, it's just very easy and effective.
Obviously, you'd like to have J-Lo out there with you guys. But is there something to the fact that now that you know he's not coming back, that you're not switching back and forth between the 1 and the 2, that maybe you can get a little bit more comfortable in that 1 role?
Most definitely. I mean, whatever position coach wants me at, whether it's 1 or 2, I'll be able to play at 110%. J-Lo's been helping me each and every time, especially in practice, always in my ear and stuff like that, immediate timeouts. Just battling with him each and every day in practice, and then just learning from him, seeing little things he does. I try to put in my game as well, and I'm just going out there and trying to do it.
And he was in charge or involved with the scout for the backcourt for the Texas game, is that right?
Yes, sir. He's been coaching us a lot this past couple of days.
What was that dynamic like, I guess?
It's funny. I'll be telling him to speak up a little bit, but we just be trolling. He's doing a very good job, for sure.
Is there any